Hello internet. As you know, I am going on essentially a bachelor trip for my best friend who's getting married soon and won't be able to upload this weekend, and tried to record a bunch of videos to schedule post for the weekend, and well, I hated how rushed and lazy the videos felt, and then I got the idea for this video and am recording this at 5:45 a.m. currently, because if I didn't post something, I would be very frustrated. But anyway, sorry I didn't have a skit for this video, but I hope you enjoy the concept and let me know if you guys think I'm accurate. But anyway, on to the posts. Alrighty, so I accidentally refreshed the page, but all the posts that you're gonna see are a few things that I found literally on my homepage, and then I'm going to be going over generally what you'll find on a few of the biggest subreddits. And this pretty much is the Reddit experience, because this is the content that get pushes pretty much immediately when you join. Alright, so you can't start the Reddit experience without learning what is going on with transgender people. So I found this video, and I'm just gonna let the video speak for itself. I'm just gonna play it. The title is Just Gals Admiring Their Bestie's Brand New Designer Vagina. And it is just gals being chicks, which is supposed to be celebrating women and young ladies, whether they're accomplishing impressive feats, or simply having fun and being themselves. So let's see what this is.
Look now, it's pretty wild.
It looks like a vagina.
Look, so you can see all the swelling, right?
Wait, I was expecting to
yes,
be
the
like
swelling.
Stone, Frankenstein.
Okay, so this person is just, I guess they just drop their pants for their friends. Is this something that normally happens amongst women? Are women really that gay?
I can't.
I don't know what I thought I'd say, but you've just got.
Well, because you've never seen. I mean,
Like, I know the Navy exists, but I don't think guys usually just whip their cock out to size up.
I can fuss with that.
Seriously?
Why? You just look at a vagina and there you go.
but yeah, you can see like the swelling.
They've got a designer vagina. It is wild.
I know.
Oh, she's the one who said it.
Magician.
They're a
No, but like,
magician.
you went to sleep one night. With
Woke up another day, like it was a whole
later,
day gone.
and you have a vagina.
I'm still waiting for that to happen on my boobs.
So this area here. Sorry, what?
Oh
What
my
do you
god,
think of my
dude.
vagina?
Honestly, I'll probably give it like an 8 out of 10.
Well, I don't
you
even
just
know how
showed
many
me
days
that-
post.
The 8 out of 10 vagina that will never be able to get pregnant. That is just, I know the vagina doesn't get pregnant, but you know what I mean. Now, I've made my opinion very clear about this on the channel, but I guess I'll go over it one more time. I don't think it is a medical necessity to get mutilated for a certain delusion that you have, because this is a delusion. It is in the DSM-5. It is a recognized mental illness, and I don't know why we're treating this mental illness with quote-unquote affirmation. And absolutely, kids should not be involved in any of this, like these life-altering changes. And I think the best argument you can give is if it falls under the guise of like cosmetic surgery, but the fact that they're doing this as a form of medicine is just absolutely mind-boggling to me. It's completely immoral in my opinion. I truly wish these people do get help instead of showing off their, I know what they call it a neo-vagina to their friends. And of course, it is a very Reddit moment for the mod to make some grand statement that they pinned to the top. This post has gotten over 18 reports. We will not be removing it as it fits the nature of this sub. Really now, does it fit the nature of this sub that I read? Please report offending comments and let's all be civil. Great. The echo chamber continues. Incredibly girl-coded to casually roast each other for being pale after a very important coochie reveal. Oh yeah, I guess I'll show you the context. So they were basically comparing skin tones or whatever. I'll just, it doesn't matter. This is funny though, coochie reveal. And it looks like a sandworm. Love that the girlies are so close, but I've never seen a friend's vagina and I don't want to. Yeah, this got the most amount of upvotes, I think. Yeah, it did. So I think this is really the mainstream opinion. And then we have a very pleasant story about someone having to remove a tick from their friend's vagina. So I'm just gonna leave that post on that. And as you're scrolling through Reddit, you might come across the subreddit r/comics and think it is just going to be about either comic books or, lore or whatever. And then we get one of the best comic creators I have ever seen in my life, named Pizza Cake Comic. She is a classic on the channel. My art is slowly improving. Maybe someday I'll be as good as this professional artist I follow. Wait, what does the description say? Thanks everyone for the birthday wishes. Can't believe I'm 20. Old age intensifies. Great. And it gained the completely normal and not botted amount of 38,000 upvotes in a mere 16 hours. Very impressive, Pizza Cake. And of course we have here, hello friends, this thread has been set to community participants only. That means that only our regular commenters in good standing may comment in this thread. Everyone else's comments will be removed by automod. People who contribute constructively automatically gain access in time. This is not the word they mean. They mean, unless you give it complete and absolute positivity, we are going to destroy it. We do not hand out entry on request. Great. And you may think, hey, this is only some shitty millennial humor, but let's go to r/comics and go to the top of this year. And oh look, it's our friend Pizza Cake Comic. And well, yeah, I'm just gonna tell you, it's all political. Every single one of these is just political, and it's most likely gonna be Pizza Cake at the top. When I was 13, I questioned my gender. I researched gender identity. Oh my god, they got the fucking scars. Listen to the experiences of trans people. I tried out different haircuts, clothing, pronouns. I went by James. This is all a huge oversimplification, but long story short, I experimented with my gender identity and found that I am cis. And yeah, we're truly going backwards. I don't think anyone is telling you you can't try different things, but why are we making it seem like this is, you know, the most profound experience we've ever been through? This person is probably like 20. How has it taken you this long to figure out that you're a woman? Oh wait, it's obvious. It's because the gender identity shit is bullshit. But don't worry, we'll get to that pretty soon. Here we go, we got more Pizza Cake Comics. Another one, just more politics. Oh great, another one, another one, another one, another one, another one. Not Pizza Cake, but more politics. Another one, the same one, but just drawn differently by a different artist. Another one by Pizza Cake. You know, I think you guys get the point. And because Reddit is trying to be the final defense for trans rights, I have to see a post about it every single fucking day. Women in news, Trump demands California stop trans girl competing in state high jump finals. And it's almost like everybody knows that men just have a biological advantage against women, no matter how much HRT they do. And even if we ignore that, men and women's categories should probably be separated, especially if it's a very physical sport. I'm sure there's plenty of arguments, but it wouldn't be Reddit if we didn't see the comments. You know what's not fair to women? Abortion bans. Oh yes, Reddit loves killing children also. That kills us when hospitals refuse to treat a miscarriage until we're at death's door and we die of sepsis. Well, guess what? Hospitals are literally designed to save your life or to stop whatever is currently killing you. So if they don't do that, that is not on the onus of the government. Sue the fuck out of the hospital. It makes absolutely no sense not to treat someone for an infection, which is what sepsis is, that they develop for any reason, you know? Miscarriage or otherwise. It's also not fair to women when they're sexually assaulted in a department store. Just saying, well, I think this goes for anyone who's sexually assaulted in a department store. I don't know, we probably live in America here. Carry a gun. They should be relatively easy to obtain as long as you're not in a super liberal state, and if the super liberal state is keeping you from protecting yourself, I say it's unconstitutional. And this weird idea that I should view trans women as some kind of threat is bizarre. Well, I mean, they could be threatening your chances at getting a scholarship or, you know, a better scholarship, especially for the female athletes, but I guess we're gonna ignore them. Too strong for sports, too weak for the military. Yeah, these two have high school and college sports. I would say high school mainly, because that's what we're talking about here, is much different standards than the military, but I don't know how this is coming up in any sort of way. Meanwhile, rights are being stripped from cis women and a woman is literally being used as a human incubator. Yes, guys, we literally live in the Handmaid's Tale where we just constantly rape women and force them to give birth because most of society has gone sterile. That is the Republican dream, as these people would say. Bro is obsessed with trans women, makes you wonder why he's made so much space for them in his mind. I wonder why you guys have made so much space for trans women on the Reddit servers. That is my real question. And on that topic, J.K. Rowling is one of the supervillains of Reddit. Hogwarts Legacy defenders J.K. Rowling just said mean words online. She hasn't actually harmed trans people. What J.K. Rowling is doing now with the money. J.K. Rowling announces that she will be using her private wealth from the Harry Potter series to develop the J.K. Rowling Women's Fund, an organization dedicated to removing transgender rights in the workplace, in public life, and in protected female spaces, quote unquote. And I like how they don't actually clarify what removing transgender rights actually is so that you can actually have a conversation. It's just some random statement. Yeah, if you haven't realized, Reddit isn't exactly a place for good faith discussion. I don't know what else to tell you. Well, I guess I do know what else to tell you because we got a lot more posts, but Right's over-the-top evil villain organization that centers around the belief that only pure-blooded people who were born the right way are deserving of life, rights, acceptance, privileges, becomes exactly like them in real life. It's wild that Rowling turned out to be a fucking Death Eater. I can totally see her being like, actually Voldemort had some good points. Yes, the wizard racism is akin to us not believing you can just state whatever you want to be and we all have to accept it. And also we have to give children hormones whenever, they self-diagnose themselves. After, of course, the massive amount of gaslighting done by the parents, but, these things just aren't the same whatsoever. Commenting because the only other comments are from bots. Welcome to Reddit. And of course, it doesn't matter what sub you're on. If you want to get some free updoots and protection from the mods, all you have to do is have the Pride Progress flag somewhere in the post. Again, these people hate white people when they're prideful about being white, but when it comes to other characteristics that you supposedly have, no option in being, they wear their pride like everywhere. They gotta put it in their lawn, in their room, scream about it for, 10 years. The we just want to be left alone crowd surely has evolved. And then I added this post because, well, I don't really know why I added this. I see posts like this sometimes, so if I have to, you do too. My favorite part though is it's on r/Batman Arkham, so it seems like that sub is doing well. And then let's just say you want to see some pretty cool pictures that you can find on Reddit. Well, fuck you. All we're going to show you is politics. 263,000 upvotes from this year. And as you can see, this is another Canada post. They love punching Nazis. They're really obsessed with calling out people who they think are Nazis. I mean, this guy probably is LARPing as one, but I mean, the Elon thing, man, they just can't let that go. People can only do things when it's in a context that I am comfortable with, and if it's someone I don't like, I will invent any context possible to make it seem like they're doing the worst thing possible. That is the Reddit strategy. And of course, I just don't understand, man. You do get some normal posts here and there, as you can see, but as it always just comes right back to politics every single time, pretty much. Like Lauren Boebert, I hate these two people, but it's arse picks. There should be, they should ban politics. They even have a Stephen Colbert. This guy is one of the biggest hacks ever, and he's 180,000 upvotes. And then here's Bill Nye receiving the Medal of Freedom for his dedication to science education. The gender on a spectrum guy. Okay. And it's sad because I actually do like Bill Nye. I mean, he does have those L's, but as an entertainer, I appreciate him being there as a kid, I really miss him, to be honest. The old Bill Nye, of course. And here we go. Nazi being kicked out of punk rock bowling concert in Vegas. Fuck. And that's another thing. I think Redditors have become such an, confined community that a lot of the things that they talk about are really just Reddit based, because being punk is like being against the establishment. It's going against the grain. So even though I don't think all punks are Nazis, I don't think, I think you can be a punk and be Nazi at the same time. I know r/punk won't agree with me on this, but the whole point is to like be an asshole, It's to completely reject whatever societal establishment or rules that we've laid down as a society. Nobody said you had to be a good person to be punk, but oh man. Just to demonstrate my point, every single time I see some punk attire, it's always about, trans people, even though this whole gender identity thing is definitely being forced from a top-down perspective, like the institutions and the government. And we know this is true because society as a whole rejects this concept. So yeah, I went on top of today and, here it is. I didn't even plan for this, but it's just all the same thing. And if I go to top of this year, as I did on my last punk video, it's Swing State Punks Save Us. And when they mean save us, if we click on it, obviously it says basically vote blue. You can't be punk and also be racist, sexist, homophobic, or transphobic. It's impossible. And again, why not? I'm not supporting going out of your way and being any of these things or Nazis or whatever, but you guys have just completely missed the point, and I think it's because, well, you have to, or else the sub would get taken down. And then another very common Reddit trend is them almost getting it. Yeah, I know that doesn't sound very punk. No shit, dude. And yes, let's say on the off chance you do happen to use Reddit for politics for whatever reason. Unfortunately, unless you are completely either left, liberal, or Democrat, you are going to have a very sad time knowing that every single post will not have any type of nuance and will all just basically sum up to Orange Man bad, and all of the comments will have no sort of context or any semblance of discussion or debate. And if you do try to have any sort of discussion or debate on it, you'll either get completely downvoted or the mods will completely remove your post. So, isn't that fun? Oh, and if you ever go on any type of subreddit that is political in any type of way, which is a lot of them, you are going to get a lot of posts like this. Are you getting what you voted for yet? And my answer is, yeah, I'm getting a decent amount of what I voted for. Why not? Certainly not all of it, and a lot of the ways they go about things are completely retarded in my opinion, but that's just kind of every single administration, more or less. But hey, we got 3 more years to go, so you know what? I could be wrong, I'll give you that. And if you can imagine, no one is actually going to say yes because everybody here already, voted for Harris, so they just have to get their daily circle jerk in to make themselves feel better. Another common thing you see on Reddit is people posting stuff like this and it being taken completely seriously and not as a joke in any way. Bacon cheeseburgers are prime white man's food. Jews can't eat bacon, Muslims can't eat bacon, Indians can't eat beef, other non-whites will probably get sick from cheese due to lactose intolerance. Hey, that's me, because I am half Korean and a lot of Asians actually don't eat dairy because of this problem. Yes, because only men can enjoy burgers, just men, specifically white men. It's not Indians who can't beef, it's more accurate to say Hindus. Wow. It's not like India contains 94% of the global Hindu population or anything. I can't believe we're splitting hairs here. Oh wait, of course I can. It's fucking Reddit. Holy shit. White people can be lactose intolerant also though, right? Yes, I don't think anyone was saying that. I think we're just talking about, a lot of Asian people just not being able to take dairy for whatever reason. And they even get corrected, surprisingly. Yeah, though lactose persistence is overall most common among white people, especially Northern Europeans. Thank you. The joke has to be explained a lot on Reddit. And don't forget the shitty politicized memes like this, where we have the Power Rangers, or what the fuck is this? I can't even identify this. With Best Buy employees? What does Best Buy have to do with anything? With Nazis. And this is apparently I don't even know what to call this. Are these the Proud Boys? I'm not even up to date on the right-wing meta just because they're kind of like such a fringe group. You'll see more people proclaim to be communists in America than a part of the Proud Boys. But just in case you happen to be a woman, thankfully there is a female subreddit r/2x chromosomes that, yes, includes even those who don't have 2x chromosomes as women. And not because it's a genetic defect or anything, They literally have a Y chromosome, but if your vote is with the party pushing Project 25, I'm cutting you out of my life, no exceptions. And this was one of the top posts of this year with 26,000 upvotes. And of course, this isn't only on 2X chromosomes. You see posts like this everywhere on Reddit where they're all promoting you to basically isolate from your family. Because of course, if you have any differences with someone, there is no way you can ever have a discussion or talk with them. Because that is how we solve issues in society. Great. Segregation. We have a second chance to elect a woman president and hopefully restore reproductive freedom. Don't worry, you are free to reproduce with whoever you like. Just know that another child, another person will be a result of that. Possibly. And God forbid, someone else tells you you probably shouldn't kill them because they're just like you and me. This will not be an easy task, but we must. And oh boy, does the content side of me want them to run another woman president. And of course, I would want Trump to again run for a, what is it, fourth time now? And actually win, so he is finally 3-0, and then he dies, and that will be his legacy. What a legendary day in America. And funny enough, I found this on my homepage, and it's basically the perfect, encapsulation of Reddit culture. No twin, being racist isn't funny, except when it is. No twin, being transphobic isn't funny, except when it is. No twin, being homophobic isn't funny, except when it is. No twin, being a misogynist isn't funny, except when it is, of course. No twin, being a misandrist isn't funny. Oh no, you guys definitely think it's funny. No twin, making fun of something someone can't change isn't funny. It is sometimes, a lot of the time. No twin, making fun of a person with a disability isn't funny. Hey, I'm retarded and I love when people make fun of me. No twin, making fun of a mental disorder isn't funny. Hey, I'm retarded and I love when people make fun of me. No twin, making sexual assault jokes doesn't make you funny. Except when it does. Grow up. No, I guess I won't. I really mean it. Thank you, ours teenagers. It's time to mature. Because adults never make racist, homophobic, or whatever type of jokes ever. We never see comedians do this online, and it is never funny, guys. But I like how there is a semblance of humor still left, a little bit. There's a black guy, a Mexican guy, and a woman in a car who's driving, the cop. Are they a black Mexican female officer to protect my karma? Sure. Okay, this is actually pretty funny. And of course, we have the experts always on Reddit. Thankfully, they've all congregated on this one site so they can tell us all how it really be. We're experts in fascism. We're leaving the US. New York Times opinion. I'm glad we also have the experts to tell us that Donald Trump is bad. Orange man bad. Yes, we get it. And don't bother asking Reddit anything, because despite having 56 million members, the top posts of this year are all Trump or Elon is bad, as you can see. It is just, this site needs to fucking die or get revitalized. I don't know. We need to start from a clean slate again. Remove all the mods. We need Elon to buy this shit and fucking fix it, because I like this site like, I don't know, 13 years ago, probably somewhere around there. It used to be a lot more based, but alas, we are left with this complete fucking dumpster fire of a website that is basically only designed to push propaganda, and that is completely it. They don't really care about anything else because anything else doesn't really get engagement, so it is what it is. Thank you to Liam Johnson, name345, and Stephen S. for donating to the channel. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'm sorry that I wasn't able to record the other two, but I will be back Sunday, and I will try to get a video out then, and then I will try to get a stream out Monday, so that should be fun, and I hope you guys like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys soon. Peace.